What up, YouTube? Back at it again. We are running through some more requests. We got Taylor Swift up. This is off the recent album. We got ElizabethTaylor. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't heard this song on the radio. Haven't really dove into the lyrics, otherwise you would have seen me do it. But first and foremost, go support Taylor Swift. Please go like, go subscribe. We are on the heels of, it was this past week, her wedding. And fun fact, I think I knew about it before my fiance, a huge Swiftie. I saw something on social media. Somebody posted something and I said, "Is today Taylor's wedding day?" And she wrote back, "I don't know." There's always speculation all the time back and forth. But sure enough, it was. Crazy, lavish, a lot of people wedding. Madison Square Garden, right? Anyways, I have a lot more Taylor Swift stuff to do. You guys have given me some great suggestions. There's so much of her stuff. The suggestions are all over the place. So I still don't really know where to start. Apparently I'm going backwards. We're just doing requests. By the way, the best way to get me is on Patreon. Jump over there, come say what's up. It's a free platform. It's really easy to use. Otherwise, love to have you here as well. If you could, make sure you smash that like, make sure you're subscribed. Appreciate it very much. It does help the channel. But definitely drop some comments down below. I do read all my comments. So if I see something enough times, it'll probably stick in my head and I'll probably end up, taking a deeper dive into it. So let's dive in. I'm not a Swiftie, not yet. Maybe we'll get there one day. I got one in the house with me, so be tough not to. Sorry, my thing is really loud here. Let me probably blasting your guys' ears off. Let's go.
Elizabeth Taylor, do you think it's forever? That view of Portofino was on my mind when you called me at the Plaza Atene. Ooh, oftentimes it doesn't feel so glamorous to be me. All the right guys promised they'd stay under bright lights. They withered away, but you blew. Portofino was on my mind. I think you know why. And if your letters ever said goodbye, I cry my eyes violet. Elizabeth Taylor, tell me for real, do you think it's forever? Number one, but I never had to. And I can't have fun if I can't have be my and wild. When Hollywood hates me, only as hot as your last hit, baby. Been number one, but I never had to. And I can't have fun if I can't have you.
Yeah, so we're using ElizabethTaylor as, and I'm just reading the lyrics here to put my thoughts in place, as like kind of a mouthpiece or mirror for kind of Taylor's life, with I guess the pressures of, that lifestyle of fame, and, and potentially the effects it can have on a relationship, being in the public eye. ElizabethTaylor, do you think it's forever? That view of Portofino, I think ElizabethTaylor got engaged a couple times. No, she honeymooned there a couple times. She got engaged to Richard Burton there, for the last. She was married 8 times, so it's a lot. It was on when he called me from Plaza, and see, so that's in France. ElizabethTaylor, I believe, like would stay there for her and Richard Burton would stay there for like months at a time, like 6 months at one time. It doesn't feel so glamorous to me. Right, yeah, living in the lifestyle is not always it's cracked up as it seems. A lot of stuff we don't see, in that goes, things that people deal with behind closed doors or in their mind and stuff like that. Just emotionally, it can take a toll. All the right guys promises, but in the bright lights they withered away. Right, a lot of guys can't really deal with their fame, but you bloom. So that's directly in relation to Travis. Obviously, Portofino was on my mind. Letters ever said, "I cry my eyes violet." ElizabethTaylor always was sort of famously said to have had violet eyes. I think they were just a deep, deep blue, but that's where I think that line comes from. Lost my place. Tell me if you think it's forever. Been number one, but I never had two. Yeah, so she's got number one on number one, singles and records and stuff like that. Never had two is just like never had somebody to share it with. I feel like I can't have fun, and if I can't have be my New York when Hollywood hates me. That's interesting because New York not only is it's interesting after this past week too, because New York's not only like a place that she considers like home, because she gets a lot of scrutiny from, and we're using Hollywood as basically like media and the public eye, and not specifically just Hollywood hates her. She gets hate from a lot of different places. It's the Hollywood being used symbolically here as media and the public eye. But Be My New York, New York is her safe spot. It's what she considers home. And it's interesting, Be My New York, when they just got married in New York. So it's like that's I don't know if that was a subtle hint to that, but now we could say it is. You're only as hot as your last hit. Something that's people always say that she just kind of rides the coattails of her past successes, right? Can't have fun if I can't have you. Love it. Sorry, we'll back it up a little bit.
Can't have fun if I can't have you. Hey, what could you possibly get for the girl who has everything and nothing all at once? Babe, I would trade the Cartier for someone to trust. We hit the best booth at Musso and Frank's. They say I'm bad news, I just say thanks. And you look at me like you're hypnotized, and I think you know why. And
she has like references to like past songs in here too. I'm just reading through the lyrics here, but Musso and Frank's, famous, like the oldest joint in LA. Sorry, we'll keep it going.
Look at me like you're hypnotized, and I think you know why. And if you ever leave me high and dry, I cry my eyes violet. ElizabethTaylor, tell me for real, do you think it's forever? Been number one, but I never had to. And I can't have fun if I can't have be my and why. When Hollywood hates me, only as hot as your last hit, baby. Been number one, but I never had to. And I can't have fun if I can't have you. Elizabeth Taylor, do you think it's forever if I can't have you? All my white diamonds and lovers are forever in the papers, on the screen, and in their minds.
White Diamonds, that was like Elizabeth Taylor's scent, right? That's like her favorite, her famous like scent, if I'm not mistaken.
Papers on the screen and in their minds. All my white diamonds and lovers are forever. Don't you ever end up anything but mine. I cry my eyes violet. ElizabethTaylor, tell me for real, do you think it's forever? Been number one, but I never had to. And I can't have fun if I can't have be my and why. When Hollywood hates me, only as hot as your last hit, baby. Been number one, but I never had to. And I can't have fun if I can't have diamonds and ElizabethTaylor. It's the papers on the screen and in their minds. All my white diamonds and lovers are forever. Don't you ever end up anything but mine. Oh.
Pretty sure my grandma was a huge fan of Elizabeth Taylor. Now that I saw some of this footage, like I'm pretty sure she had a big like poster or picture of Elizabeth Taylor like on her wall. This video is done well. We didn't even, I don't think we saw Taylor once, but it was a great ode to Elizabeth Taylor, and we're using that symbolically as a parallel with how Taylor feels in a lot of ways, and rightfully so. But it's interesting, like all of this. It's cool seeing a lot of this throwback footage stuff. I haven't seen any of it. I couldn't tell you what any of that's from. I don't think I've seen Elizabeth Taylor in anything. That's probably well before my time and never really made its way onto my screen. But you guys got some suggestions there of what I should check out. Yeah, this is just her, sort of exploring her anxieties of fame and the public scrutiny and navigating relationships. as well as navigating this new relationship, and you know, sort of in her head, kind of talking through, you know, that this is the right one, this is the right person for her, etc. But using Elizabeth Taylor's sort of life as a roadmap or timeline as a lens to kind of tell her own story is kind of what. So there's a lot of parallels from a fame standpoint. We're referencing like, you know, different romantic kind of landmarks in Europe. But it's, you know, that contrast of fame and the vulnerability of trusting a partner, right? Um, just reading through the lyrics a little bit more. Yeah, and then there's always going to be a hint of doubt, kind of, you know, subtly in there of, can this relationship withstand like the public scrutiny and fame, that sort of, for lack of a better term, that kind of like plagued Elizabeth Taylor's life, because it can be sort of a killer for relationships in some sense. 8 marriages, right? It's a lot of trying before something fits. So we all pray for Taylor. Love the song. I think my favorite part of the song is, and it's the song's catchy as hell, right? Everything Taylor does, anything that, you know, that you hear on the radio is gonna be super catchy. They're all gonna be, and this album has multiple bangers on it. Um, but what was I gonna say? Right before the chorus, there's this like beat drop, boom, and then it's like, and then it gets into the chorus. I do love that part. Yeah, I love it. I love it. We can slowly incorporate more Taylor Swift into my life for sure. I know she's got stuff all over the map, when it comes to styles. So I'm gonna be interested to keep kind of diving in, especially to some old stuff. Obviously, stuff like this on the radio I've probably heard, but going through her catalog, you're gonna hear a lot of stuff that's been on the radio. She's Taylor Swift. It's not like she's hidden or underground, or so it's usually going to be kind of in your face. But anyways, go support Taylor Swift. Please go like, go subscribe. Of course, love to have you guys here as well. Give me some suggestions down below. You got to let me know. I don't know where to start. I still don't know. I'm still nervous. Jump over to Patreon. Come say what's up. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Make sure you smash that like. Make sure you're subscribed for more. And yeah, we'll talk to you on the next.